Yo, what up? What up? What up? A little bit earlier than normal. Mm, 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 mm. Blessed Beats, what's up with it, brother? If y'all fathers, man, happy Father's Day, man. Holla Sound, what's up, sir? Couldn't make it, Zoom family. Man, don't worry about it, Holla Sound. It's nothing but love, man. We appreciate your support. We appreciate who you are, brother. So thank you, Holla Sound. We appreciate you, brother, for real. Chris Rodriguez, what's up, sir? Beast like Rick, what up with it, man? Happy Father's Day to all the fathers, everybody. Man, I want to come on here a little early, man, and just give everybody a lot of love, man. A lot of fathers don't get that love and that real love. Um, and you know, some fathers that don't want to be fathers, but this is for the ones that's really been solid in being their kid's life, that's worked hard to be in their kid's life, contrary to you know, all the stuff that they say about fathers and just the backlash that fathers get for being fathers and being great fathers. Man, this is a big shout out to all you wonderful fathers and dads that's out there that really put in the work, man. Like really put in that work. I want to salute every last one of y'all, man. Real talk, man, because we don't get those flowers like that, man. This is gonna be another day that come and go. People gonna disregard the nucleus. Dads are the nucleus, whether people believe it or not. Yeah, moms are very important, the nurtures and stuff, but dads, they teach you life. Or the ones that want to be dads, they teach you life. They the ones that really go out there and really do what they supposed to do. So I want to shout out anybody that is a dad or that's been in a dad situation, man. Stay focused, man. Don't let these theories of dads and fathers tear your spirit down. We know that there's a lot of selfishness and a lot of favoritism towards moms, and everybody is needed. But they disregard a lot of dads and they make a lot of dads get bitter and then they don't want to be around. You know what I'm saying? I haven't spoken to my father in over a decade. Nope, he never was there. I don't want to make excuses for my problems, but not having a dad has been a problem. And it's a problem for a lot of people. Not having a dad, a real dad in your life, man, that's a problem for a lot of people. People disregard dads and it's unfortunate. It's unfortunate. They are the nucleus. They're the ones that really teaches you the life, and they do the tough things. So not all dads. I can't speak for all dads because not everybody wants to be a dad. There's some people that's out there procreating and you know, just contributing to nonsense. They're not, being responsible. So we can't speak for all of them. I want to speak for the ones that really are there, that's taking the time to really be the best dad they can be. There's no blueprints for being a dad or a mom. You learn through trials and tribulations, and I'm one of them. I've been through, through the trials and tribulations of trying to learn how to be the best that I can be and juggle a career. And that's not the toughest. That's not the easiest thing to do when you're learning about yourself. But you stick to them blueprints and you still be there and you still provide and you still try to do the stuff to educate your kids. So I want to give a big shout out to anybody that's dads that's on here, man. I want y'all to be the best that y'all be, man. For real. The Rainmaker, what's up with it, sir? Blessings. Happy Father's Day to anybody that's fathers. Anybody that's not, it's all good. But to the ones that's dads or whatever, happy Father's Day. Key of life. What's up with it? Bright, what's up with you, sir? I am a super dad. That's what's up. That's what's up, man. To the super dads, man. I'm a guardian, an uncle, and a godfather, though. That's what's up, man. Hey, man, you still playing that role as a mentor and a supervisor, man, to kids, man. Like kids are important, y'all. They're very important. And I want all of y'all to remember this, man. When you see a kid and they not doing right, you know, it's our job is to try to give them clarity, man, and to help mold their minds because the real deal is that a lot of these kids are a product of their environment. A lot of these kids don't want to be wicked and be out here doing the stuff they do or having the mindset they have. It's just that sometimes these kids weren't raised by the right parents that gave them that infrastructure. It's kind of like this music business, you know. A lot of these people that's in the music business, they don't have the right infrastructure, so they told and they go into the wrong direction, and then they destroy their whole life thinking that it's one way and it's totally another way. So you know, we owe it to these kids, we owe it to the community to be solid and to try to be the best we can and give the most information we can so we can help develop the community of kids, community of music, community of whatever it is that we're trying to build. We have to be great people. So that's very important, man. Very, very important. Big shout out to all the dads. Once again, Rainmaker, man. Now I'm a super producer when it comes to being a father. My fatherhood sonics are impeccable. That's what I'm talking. Salute to you, man, Rainmaker. I love hearing that, brother. I love hearing that, man. When I look at my daughter, man, I say, man, you know, as you get older, you start realizing we got a job to do. It ain't just making kids and doing what you got to do. You got a job to do because this world is a cold, vicious world, and ain't nobody gonna take care of your kid the way you could take care of your kid. And that's another thing I want to tell y'all. Stop allowing your kids just to sleep over people's houses and be at people's houses. I don't care if you know people forever. You don't know their household. You protect your kid, man, by any means necessary. By any means necessary. You better know everything that's going on with your kids. You better micromanage everything they do, man. Don't let nothing slip through the crack. Don't let nothing slip through that crack, man. I want to give my mom and my dad the utmost respect because I never understood why I couldn't just stay over people's house and couldn't just do this and do that with my friends and this and that. I never understood that. I was just like, man, you know, my other homies, they do it, they do that. It's like, well, you're not doing it. They can come over here, but you're not gonna go over there. And I didn't it didn't click on me until now. You know, I get it. I get it. That's why I said, man, you know, sometimes you don't need to understand stuff, you know, and you'll understand it when the time is right. I get it now. I get it now. So shout out to my mom, my dad. Happy Father's Day to my dad. Um, I'm just, you know, like I said again, I'm very blessed and I'm very honored, man. I just want to share that with y'all and give everybody their flowers, man, today. I came on a little bit early, man, because I just want to just, you know, give that love to everybody, man. You know, I got a lot of stuff that I got to do today, and I just want to give people that love. Mount Dog, what's up with you? Happy Father's Day, Ski, and to all my fellow followers in the chat around the world. That's what's up, man. What else I want to say, man? Uh, is bro, yesterday's Zoom was off the hook. I'm really proud of y'all, man. Everybody came in there and had a great time, man. Everybody in there was chopping it up, building that camaraderie, man. And I'm just proud to see the ones that really showed up and really came in there and put it on the line. Basically turned their cameras on, was speaking, or some that wasn't speaking was just getting information, but they still showed their faces and pulled up. That's the first step of being great. It's pulling up and showing up. I salute everybody that was on that Zoom yesterday. It was amazing. You had KOC pulled up. You had King, Georgia Muscle Films pulled up. You had Jay Ham pulled up. You had people pulling up. Mr. Hilby, man. Shout out to Mr. Tom Hilby, man. Pulled up. And everybody was giving a lot of feedback on what's going on. We talked about a lot of stuff from the mics to the investment to just your craft and your craft. We even talked about beat block and how, you know, getting beat block can, you know, kind of discourage you. You know what I'm saying? I forget to tell you that I send my sincere condolences to your mama. The part of life is never easy. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. She's doing well though, man, as far as with you know her friend passing away, and I thank you for those words, man, those kind words, and trust me, she's getting your words. She definitely watches these lives, man, so she's definitely hearing your words and receiving it, brother. So thank you. Big Sauce, what's up with you, Doc? Salute. um Yeah, the live was very, very dope. Everybody asked a lot of great questions, and I think that's a great space for people that really want to talk directly and get answers right off the top. You know, when we do these lives, I'm basically dictating the situation and saying stuff, and y'all, responding. But when you're able to ask questions right on the spots, a lot of people ask me a lot of questions, a lot of stuff. They was asking about the summon mixers. We talked about summon mixers. We even went in details and talked about, how a lot of people can misconstrue information too. You know, I think a lot of people just think that I'm saying, hey man, go out there, buy all the expensive gear you can and break yourself and be a broke bitch. And I'm not saying that. What I'm saying to people, and I'll say it again, I got a clip on the short. So if y'all want to see a little bit of the Zoom, I posted a little bit of short of the Zoom on the YouTube short. So if anybody wants to see just a little clip or snippet, you can go check out the short. But what I was saying is that, a lot of times we tend to forget that just because you have a 9 to 5, if you're trying to be a professional in music, this got to be a 9 to 5 too. So that means you're gonna have to have two 9 to 5s, and you're gonna have to invest twice. You know, unless you're fortunate to be able to do music full time, you're gonna have to invest twice. A lot of cats think they could just do music part time and it's gonna work for them while they get their job and they work and they work their 9 to 5 and they come and they do music when they want to. You'll never really get to that professional level doing it because music is a full time job, and I do it every day. I always have something I have to do every day in order for me to go to the next level, or for me to really, really make this where you can live off of it. You're not going to live off music and be able to be successful in music if you're not going all out for it. There's so many parts of this music game that can be lucrative for you once you understand what you're doing and you're committed to it. For example, I don't just, make money off of just producing. I make money off of mixing and mastering, you know, um, consulting. Sometimes I help people produce records, go in there and consult their stuff. A lot of stuff I do, sound design. It's so many things you can do, man. Big shout out to KOC, man. What's up with it, my brother? Happy Father's Day to everyone. Even if you don't have kids, you raised and helped raise all your gear. Keep moving. That's what's up, KL, man. Thanks. A big shout out to KLC, man. That's a great father, man. A great grandfather, man. Always there for his kids. Always there for, I'm always talking to him. We'll get off the phone. We'll be in a great conversation. He'd be like, hey, man, listen, Ski, I'm going to hit you back. Got to take my grandson to football practice. Got to take my, like, salute to a person that understands that these kids need us, especially with the knowledge we have. We got a lot of knowledge. Not everybody got knowledge. Not every man got knowledge. But the ones that do got the knowledge is sharing it and want to guide their kids and guide their grandkids, man. I salute every last one of y'all that's on here, man. That's focused, man. Stay focused. Man, you can't expect your kids to respect you if you don't have the respect to keep yourself in check. You got to keep yourself in check, spiritually, mentally, physically. You can't be walking around, you're out of shape. You can't even keep up with the kids. You can't even run with them. Like, my daughter is fast. Like, sometimes she just take off. I'm like, man, I gotta take off behind her. We gotta keep ourselves. Kids is here to keep you healthy, keep you spiritually and mentally motivated. It gives you life. So you gotta, take care of your health, take care of your mind, take care of your mental. You know what I'm saying? Any problems you got with your wife or your girlfriend or whoever in your life, you got to keep that behind closed doors, man. Don't let them see that type of energy, you know, because they're going to mimic that energy and they're going to become exactly what you put in front of them, especially when you're playing music. Like, I do my music, but I'm not, certain music I'm not going to play in front of my kids. I'm just not going to do that. I'm just not going to do that. You got to be very conscious of what you're doing. Just because they're kids don't mean that they're not sponges. They're sponges. And this is why corporate infrastructures go after the kids, because they know that they're sponges. And if they can program them with a new TV show that's demonic or some Satan stuff or just, superficial materialistic stuff, they can program your kids and take your kids right from your authority. And you won't even know it because you're working so hard. You ain't watching what they watch on TV. You're not watching their Facebook. You're not watching their YouTube. You're not watching their Twitter. I mean, you get on Twitter right now and you go through and you see some titties and ass. I went through Twitter one time just by fluke because I'm never on Twitter or X or whatever they call it now. And I just see a whole porn site. And I'm like, what the hell? Like, when did they turn this into porn? I don't know because I don't even watch Twitter no more or X, not like it used to be. But this is what I mean. They got stuff out there that just, I mean, that shouldn't even be there, but it's there. The world is going to guide your kids, man. So if you're not a great parent, this is to fathers as well as moms. They're going to become a product of the environment, man. So we have to be careful, man. So I just want to tell everybody, man, big shout out to everybody that's being great parents, great fathers, man. It's very important. And I want all these fathers to be empowered. Understand, bro. Don't let these women belittle you. Don't let them belittle you, bro. Don't let them belittle you. I don't care none of the stuff they talking about. They could talk until they blue in the face. There's great dads out there. You know what I'm saying? We ain't gonna be caught up. It's like there's wicked people everywhere. There's great people. There's some great people out there. You ain't gonna make me be accountable for all the bad dads. I'm not, you know what I'm saying? You ain't gonna put me in that box. You know what I mean? It's just like music. It's like, man, you know there's a lot of bad music, but there's a lot of good music too. So let's just remember, it's a yin and yang out here. You know what I mean? It goes both sides, man. So, you know, I'm gonna be on the good side, homie. You know what I'm saying? I hope y'all on the good side. So I just want to give a big shout out to everybody. Morning, Ski Vic, everyone on the live, from Daniela and my baby brother E. Man, shout out to baby brother E. We are sorry we couldn't attend the live yesterday and missed all that great. It's all love though, Daniela. Your spirit is here. Well, you being here and your spirit is here is all that matters. John Starks, what's up, sir? Balance is needed in aspects of life. Maximus, man, thank you, brother. Showing up. Happy Father's Day to you, my brother, and to everybody. I was just recapping that, um, I'm proud of everybody that showed up on the Zoom yesterday. It was great. Everybody was out there doing it. There was some people that was probably working, but they were still showing up and pulling up and just being on there, paying attention and dialed in. It was fire, man. Very fire, man. I'm proud of everybody. I'm proud of some of the people that was very some people might be shy or don't want to really speak, but just want to get the information. That's cool too. You still pulled up, you still showed your face, and that's all that matters. I want to get everybody comfortable being able to ask whatever they want to ask, because closed mouths don't get fed. You can't be scared to. It's never. I tell people this: there's no such thing as a bad question, as long as it's sincere. Some people ask questions knowing the answer, and then there's some people that ask questions that really just want to know. So if you really want to know, ask a question. It's not going to embarrass you or nothing like that. You know what I'm saying? Because if I got an answer, or KOC got an answer, or anybody that's got knowledge, we're gonna answer it, and we're gonna help guide you. You know what I'm saying? Don't never feel embarrassed to ask a question if you don't know. What's more embarrassing is when you go around talking stuff that's not true, and you're just saying it because you want that to be your truth based upon your agenda. So that's what's embarrassing. But if you don't know something, ask. I ask every day. I say KOC will ask me a question every day, like, oh man, I didn't know that. Or I ask him something. Okay, I didn't know that. We're all growing. Mr. Hilby told us something the other day on the live. Shout out to Mr. Hilby. He said something on the live about the mic that we didn't even know. And I'm like, oh man, I didn't know that. This community is here to gain knowledge, man, and this is the reason why I want to put the Zoom together. I want to show us a camaraderie away from just this live, where we can do something, the community away from YouTube. YouTube is a system. We're building our own system away from just YouTube. So I honor everybody that popped up, pulled up, and just really, really had a good time on the live yesterday, on the Zoom live. It was amazing, man, and I really want to shout out everybody that really understand what this is about, man. This is about us growing and building a big community, man. So yeah, man, big shout out. Let me see. Blessed Beat. I stayed on the Zoom all the way to the time clock. That's what's up, man. Blessed Beat, and you're a rider too, man. I salute you, man. And you've been through a lot. Like a lot of y'all, I've been building real rapport just away from just the live. I've been building with Blessed Beats. I've been building with Jay Ham. I've been building with all of you guys, man. I'm starting to build this relationship away from just this, because a lot of y'all are great people, man. Great individuals that want to learn, and I salute y'all. I salute everybody that showed up. I salute y'all, man, because it takes a lot to take time out your day to say, man, I want to come get this information, man. So that shows me y'all want that information. So that Zoom was incredible, man. I heard somebody say, man, the Zoom is my Achilles heel because I had a technical problem. So let me explain that. Actually, I didn't have a technical problem like I thought we did. So when I was on there and you couldn't hear me for the beginning of it, is because Vic had called me. So I'm trying to get my voice on there, and we ain't realizing that we're on a call, so it's blocking the audio from y'all hearing the audio. So that was the issue and why y'all wasn't able to hear me. And the last time I was on my iPad, you know what I'm saying, but I chose to be on my phone, which I forgot because on the iPad I can't do when I bring people on there, I can't do it on my iPad. I can only do it on my phone. So it's got switched up. So no, I got this, brother. I got this. Trust me, I got this. But that was the issue as far as the audio in the beginning. It was because we was on the line together and it was blocking the signal for me to talk on the live. So that's what was going on. And we finally figured out, like, man, why the hell we on the phone together? You ain't gonna hear no audio. We on both on the phone. So that's what happened, y'all. But other than that, man, the Zoom was incredible, man. Carl Mike, what's up with it? I was excited to get on the Saturday, but got sick. I'd definitely be on the next. It's all love, man. We'll try to do them, you know, saying maybe every month, man. You know, maybe like on the 15th of every month or every Saturday, every second Saturday, but definitely on a Saturday. You know what I'm saying? For those who work in the whole nine that just had the time, we'll definitely try to do it again. Yeah, man. That was the first time I heard you have bad sonics. Yeah, man. That was horrible sonics when you can't hear a person. um, man, I just want to say this, man, real quick. You know, I don't want to say no name. Y'all probably know the name, and he probably don't have a problem if I say the name. I got one of the homies, man, hit me up on the DM. It's a horrible situation, man. But I think this is therapeutic, and I don't think he mind because I think he mentioned it on here that went through a situation with his wife cheating on him, you know. And so he hit me and he asked me to pray for him. And I said, man, I got you, bro. I'm going to pray for you, man. You know, I know that's got to be hard. You know, he's heartbroken the whole nine. And so, you know, I got on the phone with him and we chopped it up for a little bit. And I was just trying to tell him, I said, you know, the tough part of being a mentor is sometimes you got to say some of the stuff that people just don't really want to hear. But I told him, I said, listen, I get it. I said, first and foremost, certain things have to happen in life so you can see what it really is. You know, the cheating part is always hurtful, man, because, you know, you build your trust with somebody, you want to trust that they got your back and they there for you. Unfortunately, not everybody's going to, do the right thing. And sometimes we got to go through these things for whatever reason. We go through things and it builds our character and it builds us and it can go two ways. It can build you where now you become a wicked person, or it can build you where you can become a strong person. It's based upon your faith and what you believe and what you feel God has given you to make you get overcome these things. So when I was talking to him, I really was just telling him that, listen, homie, I said one of the biggest things, and we talked for a while, and he was just telling me that, when he got with his wife, he got with him because he had lost his mom. And when he lost his mom, he kind of got with her, kind of to fill the void of losing his mom at that time. And I just tried to tell him, I said, man, I think that's where you went wrong at. You know, you got in a relationship to fill the void. You wasn't able to grieve over your mom, and you kind of made a bad decision to not give yourself space and time to have great discernment and to choose wisely, being that you was losing your mom and and losing your mother. It's got you blinded to trying to go get something to fulfill that, and you didn't see all of these signs and all of these things. And sometimes that's what happens with us in life, man, is that, and even for myself, when we go through stuff, we choose to go out to try to fill a void, and we wind up making bad decisions based upon us. It's kind of like being a drug addict. I've never done drugs in my life ever, drank none of that. But sometimes lust and sex is just like a drug. We go out and we go try to do whatever we need to do to fulfill whatever hurt that we going through. And so sometimes you make bad decisions when you don't, pray, and you don't sit back and give yourself clarity through prayer. So, as this person say, cheat back. And that's never the answer, man. But I hear you. That's the first thing you do think about, when you when you're in that mindset. But when it's all said and done, man, what I'm trying to get people to understand is that sometimes we got to look at ourselves and what we do and the people we choose. That's why I say having discernment is everything. because we go through life and we make decisions based upon emotion instead of just sitting back and evaluating how you move forward. We just jump into stuff. And then that creates a domino effect. That'll create an effect where it can destroy your whole life because you're just making an emotional decision. You know, his blessed be said, I'm a witness to situations, prayers, bro. I know you are, brother. I know we talked about a lot of stuff too. You know what I'm saying? So I just want to give a prayers out to my brother, man. You know what I'm saying? I know he's going through it, but I know he's going to get stronger. And I just tried to tell him, I said, man, now this is the time you're going through this unique clarity. You have to pray, man. And you want to have to distance yourself and give yourself space to regroup on how you make your next move, because this is going to determine how you go to the next level when you go through these type of adversities in life, man. You know, this is what determines who you are as a man or a woman based upon you sitting back and praying and regrouping. You got to regroup, man. You have to regroup. Life is about regrouping, man. The book of Job says that you will be tested just to see how you respond to negative. That's facts. That's facts. I'm a firm believer, man. We always being tested. A lot of us has failing the test though, because when people say there's no God, there's God clearly in front of you, but you don't see the test and you don't see the signs He's showing you when it's time to exit. I had a situation that happened where I wanted to do something, and for whatever reason, it just was not happening. Like it wasn't happening smoothly. And so I'm trying to force it and force it. I'm trying to make it happen because it's not working smoothly. So in my mind, I'm like, oh, I'm gonna bust it down and get it down. Sometimes God is just blocking stuff so you don't go into something you don't want. So sometimes when you force things, just like people that be in traffic, right? They trying to drive around people to get to where you can't go nowhere, bro. Even if there's a little window of opportunity, you're gonna cut in front of people just to end up that same car you passed by, wind up passing you because you can't go nowhere. And you're gonna kill everybody on the road because you think you're gonna get somewhere faster. Sometimes you gotta let God do what He do. Just relax. It's gonna happen. It's gonna happen, man. God is not gonna let you down. It's gonna happen. But that's where faith come in at. A lot of people don't have faith. A lot of people live by the world. They live by thinking they can control it. Living by, nigga, I'm gonna go handle this. I got my pistol. I'm gonna go get it done. There's consequences and repercussion to everything that we do in life, man. I just tell people, man, pray and be patient. Even with y'all doing music, a lot of people want to do music. Who don't want to do music? Who don't want to be successful doing music? Everybody do. But sometimes God is just making you wait for the opportunity to get all your knowledge put together. So when you get in that situation, you're able to handle it. A lot of y'all right now, if let's just say, for example, Leor Cohen or Jimmy Iovine came and want to sign y'all right now, you wouldn't even know what to do. A lot of y'all are going to get screwed with no Vaseline because you don't know the game. You don't know the industry. You just make beats. You don't know the overall embodiment of this business. And a lot of y'all are going to want to do it just because they cut you a check. That check going to look so good that you're going to sign on that line not knowing what goes along with that check. That's the sad part on why people get screwed in this business, because they think it's just about that check. They think, okay, man, I'm feeding my family. Now I got this check. Yeah, they'll cut you a check for 250, 250K, 500K. I've seen checks cut for $1 million and more. But the reality is that there's way more to go along with it when that check is cut. I think you don't understand 250K is not a real 250K when you got to pay IRS. There's a lot of things that goes into this business that people never see, that don't understand this game. And I feel bad that a lot of people keep listening to just anybody just thinking that they're going to just get up in this business. It's really, really sad. But that's why you got to pay your dues and just stay prayerful, man, and take step by step. But on the flip side, I've created some of my favorite songs from the hurt. Just try to channel that grief and hurt in a good way. That's exactly what you're supposed to do, Rainmaker. I tell y'all the story about Blast if I have to all the time. That came from the stuff I was going through. You channel, sometimes great songs come from what you go through. If you're a great writer and you can sit down and channel that energy and find a way to arrange it where people can see your pain and make the right soundtrack around your vocals, that could be some of the best music in the world, man. But a lot of people channel their energy by just, being depressed. Let your music be your therapy. I always said that from day one. Your music is your therapy. Some of the best records, you heard Cube said, man, when they got pulled over and the police was harassing them, that's where they came with the F the police. They're like, man, I'm tired of this, man. And they channeled it through their music. Came one of the biggest songs, really the anthem to a lot of our lives now. So your music is therapy, man. But a lot of people are not great at really writing their thoughts down and really being able to make it in a way where it can move the world. Now you got to work on your writing pattern, on sitting down and being able to get your thoughts out and write it in a way where it can touch the world. That's a whole nother art that a lot of people don't understand. Just because you can write don't mean you're a great writer. It just means you're writing thoughts. So you need to know how to write it in a way where it can touch. Like I can go in here right now and write a gang of stuff. But if I don't write it a certain way where it can feel and hit the heart, I'm just going through the motion. I'm wasting my pen. That's why you got to take your time and figure out angles on how you go about putting your poetry on music. Hit the like, y'all. I got the new format. It's under the three dots in the top corner. Y'all hit that like button for me, man. Jay Johnson, what's up, sir? Good morning, Ski Vic and the group. Picked up my SP1200 yesterday. Hey, that SP12 is looking good, Jay. I can't wait to hear what you do on there, my brother. Blessings to you, man. Blessings to you. Got an entertainment lawyer if you're talking about money. Get an entertainment lawyer if you're talking about money. I love the blast if I have to. Swear that it's one of the greatest human songs. Just too real, man. Thank you, Rainmaker. And that's what it was meant to be, man. I remember when I did it, my dad was not happy with that record because he heard it from an aggressive point of view. And, rap was starting to become, real street. So he thought I was trying to attack it from just being a gangster, like I was saying I was being a gangster. And he kind of misconstrued what was being said in the record. I think he appreciated now that he understand it, but back then he was like, "You're not a gangster. I didn't raise you up to be a guy." I never said I was a gangster, but people hear certain things, blast, guns, distribution, you know what I'm saying, shoot up stuff, you know what I mean? Like, and I can understand it now. I can understand his disappointment. You raised me up to be a great, young man. What I'm saying? I wasn't in the streets, wasn't selling drugs. I wasn't doing none of that. What I'm saying? I was in martial arts my whole life, went to school, did really, did well. I'm a great, law-abiding citizen. You know what I mean? So you hear a record like that from a parent, that's gonna make them like, man, what the hell are you talking about? You know what I'm saying? But as time went on, it's like, oh, I get it. I see where you come out. I see the perspective in what you're saying. So, I'm just glad that that record grown to age well. I'm glad that it aged well because I always try to think about music like, how's your record gonna age? A lot of these records are not going to age well at all. You hear a lot of records today, saying, oh, throw your pussy on his face and whop, 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 and whop, 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 a lot of these records are not going to age well, man. There's too much going on in the world just for us to hear just frivolous information and stuff that just, it's just basically for controversy now. A lot of records are just for controversy. It's not for us to think and us to have playback value. I'm very thankful that having a record from 1995 to 2004 is still resonate and it still makes people feel like that's still relevant to this day, and it is because as men and women, we got to protect ours, man. We got to, we don't want to have our back against the wall. We got to fight at some point in time if we're forced to fight. So hopefully we now have to fight. Hopefully we find other ways to avoid it. But it's still a relevant record, man. So I'm just glad that it's aged very well, man. All the memes that I get from the blast if I have to is insane. I mean, I get people sending me a meme of that every day. It's just a different meme of blast if I have to. So and this, so the more to what I'm trying to say, man, is when y'all going into making music and records, you want to think about how long can this record last? Are you just doing it just for right now? Just you want to get that quick little, week, 2 weeks, maybe a month of rotation, and then people are like, they don't never want to hear it again? Or do you want to make stuff that's going to age better as time go on? It's really your choice, man. It's really on how you care about your craft. How much do you care about your craft? Or are you just in it just to, just to be in it? You know, I can't tell people what they're in it for. Everybody will tell you, like people are like, they're like uh, a chameleon. You know what I'm saying? You know how chameleons change colors and stuff. Like people will tell you stuff that you want to hear, but in reality, they have an agenda. They're not really being honest with what their agenda is. You know, I mean, I don't know what people are in music for no more. You know, I hear what people say, but when I watch what they do, it just seems like the opposite of what they say. Oh man, I really want to do music. I really care. I come from the core. I'm a hip hop fanatic and blah blah blah. And then you just see them and they making trap beats and trying to make auto tunes and trying to sound like the next person. You're like, well, damn, that's not what you told me. You told me you really want to be creative so I don't know what people are trying to do no more, man. You know, that's why I say action speaks louder than words, because people will say whatever that sounds good to make them feel like they in the in crowd, and they'll do the total opposite. So, whatever that case might be, man, I just tell people, only you know your truth. Your truth will be revealed. You can run, you can't hide. Your truth will be revealed. Eventually, you will get that opportunity for people to know exactly who you are, and exactly what you stand for, and exactly what your music and your integrity is like. It's going to come out. It's going to come out. Some way, somehow, people are going to realize, either you a fraud, or either you're the truth. Polly Popo, what's up with you, my brother? Blessings to you over there, man. We missed you over there on Zoom yesterday, man. Unless I missed you. You know what I'm saying? But it's all love, man. Good to see you, sir. Um, yeah, man. A lot of people have they been a super crazy busy week. I understand, brother. It's all love, man. Saying we got nothing but love for you over here, brother. Room at the top of studio, Real Talk Ski. It's amazing to do a record that still works in the club 2, 3, 4 decades on. Yeah, man. The greatest feeling, man, is to know you have a record that have done years and years of damage. Years and years of damage. People to this day still talk about Blast if I have to. They talk about, Ride. They talk about my manuscript. They talk about my showdown. They talk about, people go back to the Master P, About It, Faces of Death. People talk about this stuff all the time. And I'm just honored, man, and humbled, man. I'm just honored, and I'm thankful that I put a lot of thought into my music. I put a lot of thought into my music, man. Like really, I do. And I just hope that y'all appreciate it. Like I said again, the hardest part about doing music today, though, is that it's so trendy and it's so everybody's the same, that when you do something the opposite of what the trends is, people ears have gotten attached to what's going on now, that people are scared to be creative. So, for example, if trap music and drill music and that's going on and going on and going on and going on, and you choose to make something different that's creative, that challenges you to go to the next level, you'll kind of get a little resistance. That's why people don't want to do it, because they don't feel like they're going to get people to respond to their music, because it's not the same thing that people hear every day. And that's why you get a lot of people that won't change their music. They'll just do the same thing because they want the quick reaction of what's already playing. To be a musician, you have to be willing to be disliked. Listen to me closely. To be a musician, to be an artist, you have to be able to be in a position to be disliked for a little bit, for a little bit. For people to get accustomed to your angle, to get accustomed to what you represent, to get accustomed to you being your own man, your own entity. You're not gonna just come in the game and change the game, because you got to remember, you got so many followers that follow trends, that trends is gonna is gonna supersede originality, because the powers that be play this stuff over and over and over. So the human ear have heard these trends so much that they're just addicted to it. And so anybody that comes with something original, it's going to be hard for the ears to get in that groove, because they've been force fed this music every day. You can't not get into your car and not hear an auto tune song, or you can't go into a music into a even shopping. You go in the mall, you hearing the auto tunes, and the shoe store, you hearing the same music everywhere you go. You loving hip hop, commercials on TV, they force feed you the same music. So as a musician, you say, well, man, that's all I need to do. I just need to do that because that's all I hear, and it stops your creativity. It just put you in a world where you don't feel you can try different musical compositions and bring something new to the game. And that's what, programming does. It stops you. And if you're a weak-minded individual that want to get put on quickly, you just say, okay, I'm going to just do what everybody else do. It's the same thing how when I was growing up, smoking weed was the thing. Everybody was smoking weed. That was the thing. If you wasn't smoking weed, you was a square. You was a sucker. You know what I mean? If you wasn't smoking and drinking, even though it wasn't legal back then and this and that, if you wasn't trying it and sneaking and smoking and getting high and, fitting in with the people, you was a square. You was a sucker. Like, man, come on, man. You whack, man. You know what I'm saying? You square ass. You know what I'm saying? You know how it is. It takes a really, really strong individual to say, man, I don't care what you say. I'm not doing that. I'm going to do what I do. I'm going to do it my way. I'm going to do it how I need to do it. I'll be a square. I'll be a sucker. I'll be whatever you want me to be. But when it's all said and done, I'm going to do it my way. And I'm going to be strong on that. I'm going to stand on that, And a lot of people can't do that. A lot of people can't stand on anything, man. It's very, very hard for people to be able to make a real great clutch decision and live by what they stand, their morals and who they truly are. And this is why you see people turn to drugs, because after a while, when you start following people so much, you get so depressed because you're not being you that you turn to drugs, you turn to alcohol, you turn to lust, because you got a deep, dark thing that's killing you inside because you're not being you. And this is what happens. People start, they suffer themselves because you're scared to be you. Never stop being you, man. Never stop being the best person you can be. I'm just telling you, man. You're gonna feel so much better about yourself. You're gonna change people's lives when people see that it's okay to be you. It's okay to be a square. It's okay to not smoke. It's okay to not drink. It's okay to not do drugs. It's okay to be loyal to your woman, to your wife, and have a wife and be dedicated. You know what I'm saying? They're not teaching this stuff through music no more, especially in the black community. Everything is the opposite. Teach, be a whore. Go cheat, do what you want to do, drink lean, get high, get as high as you can. This is what they teach in our community, and this is why our kids are going to suffer. Go rob. They teaching them, hey, you go rob, man, break people's windows out, do anything you want to do. The world is yours. This is biblically written that this is going to happen in the last days. So a lot of y'all that's out here that's mentors and y'all supporting this, and you're in the cars playing this music and you're not conscious of what you're playing, you are demonically being controlled and attacked subconsciously, and you become these people. Even if you're not like that, you spiritually start getting these type of energies. You start cursing yourself when that type of energy is in your realm. That type of music you play is going to reflect you, and this is the kicker, man. A lot of energy you bring in might not hit you, but it'll hit your kids. So a lot of people think that they're going to get away with what they get away with, and you might be fine, but you're wondering why my kids are getting attacked. Why these demonic things are happening to my kids? Because sometimes stuff don't hit you. It'll hit your kids. It'll hit your seeds. So you got to protect everything you do every day, man. I think anything can be destructive, DJ Precise. Anything can be struck, not just rock and roll, metal music, man, that's got so much demonic stuff in it. Pop music got demonic stuff in it. Every form of music has some type of destructive stuff in it. It's the messenger. Who's the messenger? It's not just a rap thing, before rap, all this music had some type of demonic type of programming in it. Music has always had that. It's based on the messenger and your moral values. So it's not just a hip hop thing, it's everything. Unfortunately, it's more you hear hip hop because hip hop is kind of the most popular music now. But it's in everything. It's in every form of music. You hear all kinds of stuff in the music, man. Rainmaker, thank you for the super chat, my brother. Blessings to you, man. This platform is the drug. It keeps me positively high, and I'm a drug, though. Man, thank you, brother. I appreciate it, man. I just want people to just be inspired. There's not people inspiring. Everybody's inspiring you to do wrong. Everybody's inspiring you to go in a direction where you just got to be defensive. Like, yeah, we should do. Like, bro, chill out. Just relax. If you relax and you get great at what you do, you going to be inspired. You ain't even going to have to rush it. It's going to be natural. It's going to come out your pores. Saying a star don't jump out the sky and say, hey, I'm a star. I'm a star. Look at me. I'm a star. A star, you got to look up and say, man, look at that beautiful star. People look up at stars. You got cats that want to be stars and they just coming from the sky. Look at me. I'm a star. You see me? You see me? You see me, man? Stars, a real star don't have to say they're a star. You're going to shine on your own, bro, because it's your talent. It's your God-given talent, man. Stop trying to be relevant when it ain't your time. Your time will come if you're working towards your craft. That's why I keep telling people, I don't have to go solicit tracks. I don't have to go on my thing and be like, man, I got a bunch of tracks, man. Come get all of these tracks. This. I don't got to do that. Even with my drums, I might tell y'all about my drums because I got a platform. I might tell you about my analog music shirts or my mouse pads or things that I'm selling on my platform because I have a platform. But I'm not gonna lose no sleep if nobody gets it. To be really honest with you, because I'm giving it to y'all because it's gonna help y'all. I'm just being honest with you. I'm not tripping off nothing like that. I've just never tripped off that. I want people to have great things. Anybody that know me know I'm gonna make great product. So I don't have to go and just really just super solicit. I know I stand behind what I do. People that know my history know what I stand behind. And people that know that your stuff is good, they're gonna tell other people, hey man, this stuff is amazing, man. You gotta go mess with Ski Drums. You gotta go get Analog Music shirt, represent. Whatever the case is, it'll do what it's supposed to do when it does. And it'll grow organically. And I'm fine with that. I'm fine with people sleeping on it. People slept on me my whole career. And then as soon as it popped off, oh man, I've been rocking with you from day one. No, you haven't, bro. No, you haven't been rocking with me from day one. You jumped on it when you started seeing it starting to blow and starting to do what it's supposed to do. That's when you came around. This is how people gonna do y'all, man. People are not gonna believe in your music right now. They're gonna jump on it when everybody else is jumping on it, man. Anything I go through, y'all gonna go through. That's why I say, man, when I get real support from y'all, you get real support back. Your support, you supposed to support people in the trenches, not when they on top. That ain't real support. That's just being a following bandwagon. When you rocking with people before the hype, before it blow, before it go, that's when you know your stuff. We know that you really support when you rocking when it ain't popular to do. So, I just tell people, man, you got to make the choice on what type of people you want to be out here, man. You can either be a person that just want to follow the crowd, or you want to be a leader. It ain't no in the middle to this, y'all. There's really no in the middle to this. Daniela, thank you so much, Ski, for this guidance. And Rich comes above. May the Lord continue to bless you. Thank you, man. Bless you too, and your brother, man. For real. I'm just being honest with y'all, man. I'm just telling you, like, you got two choices, man. A lot of y'all are going to regret everything I'm telling you. You're gonna regret it if you're not listening to it. I'm not playing no games, bro. I didn't get this far in this game to be sitting up here playing and lying. I'm just being honest with you. I'm public domain. You could check my background. You could check my history. My history is clean, homie. I've been solid from day one. I'm not on here playing no games, man. I'm telling you, you could not listen or listen. But a lot of y'all gonna regret not being yourself, not practicing, not learning how to learn your craft. Learn your craft. Study it. Real talk. Real talk. Study it. Be great. Because you only got one time to live, man. I'm telling you this, man. A lot of people, I'm losing a lot of people, man. Just lost my mom's best friend that was like my auntie to me. You know what I'm saying? We're just losing people every day. And if people out here playing, you got trolls out here playing, because they ain't got no life. You got people out here just doing what they want. But I'm going to tell you, have fun, because time is ticking. Because at the end of the day, I'm going to get the last laugh, because I've lived my life. I'm a made man. I don't even have to say and do none of this stuff. So it ain't going to stop me. So whatever y'all choose to do in your life is not going to affect me. But I am the messenger, and I try to give warnings to everybody on what's going to happen if you don't get your mind right, you don't get your heart right, you don't get your spirit right. I'm not going to beat nobody over the head. I'm going to say it, and I'm going to keep saying what I got to say. But at the end of the day, you choose to do what you want to do. Just remember, I told you. And it's going to come that time where you can't do it. And you're like, damn, why I didn't do it when he said do it? Exactly. That's how it always is. That's how it always is. People never do it until the 11th hour, then you can't do it now. I'm gonna leave you with this, man. Just always remember, man, when Noah was warning all the people about trying to be on that ark, warned them. Years and years of warning them. Ah, Noah, yeah, shut up, Noah. Get out of here. Hey man, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me, listen to me. Raining and raining and raining. You can't get on the ark now, bro. Can't get on there now. It's too late. It's too late, bro. That's how a lot of us are gonna be. A lot of us are gonna be like that. We're gonna be left off the ark, drowning. Because you didn't listen to the messenger. You didn't have no spiritual guidance. You didn't have anything. You just living your life drinking a 40, a beer, barbecuing every holiday. Any day you can barbecue, just eating gluttony. You know, you don't care about your health. You don't care about nothing besides just having fun every day. Your spirituality don't even matter. You just think it's just a game. Every single day, it's a game. You don't have no type of self-awareness of yourself. You have no pride in yourself to keep yourself together, keep your mind sharp, educate people. You just live your life for your family. You can't live your life for just your family. You got to live your life for people, not just your family. You see somebody in help, you got to help them, bro. You can't just sit up there and say, oh, it's just all about my kids and my family. No, bro. That ain't how God, we all family. We all family, whether you like it or not. And when you think like that, you're going to suffer. Norman, what's up with you, homie? Thank you for the super chat, brother. I'm just a messenger, bro. I love all y'all, man. But I'm telling you, man, if we don't get our minds right, you're going to be forced to get your mind right when it happens. So I'm going to leave y'all at that, man. I'm not going to keep on, I just want y'all to know, man. Get your mind, get your heart right, man. Be creative. Be inspired. Stop letting the world guide you and manipulate you into stuff that don't make no sense. I heard somebody the other day that played a track, had that same snare, that same trap snare. I said, how can y'all have that same trap snare for 20 years? For 20 years, it's the same trap snare? It blows my mind on how non-creative people are. It blows my mind. It blows my mind. I don't even know what to say. I don't even know what to say, bro. I was in a small town and a guy drove by bumping country trap. I must have been under a rock because I didn't know trap has invaded country. And oh man, trap has invaded everything, man. Trap has invaded gospel. Trap has done everything, man. I mean, like I said again, my challenge to y'all is who gonna be the one that try to change the culture of hip hop? Who gonna be the one that go in there and make something original and creative and change this narrative of just the same old redundantness of where hip hop is? Who's gonna change it? Who's gonna get back to really being a singer where we hear real singing, no more auto tunes, but we hearing real singing vocals that just a real singer singing it. Who gonna get back to saying, hey, we'll use 808s, but not gonna just use them the same way. We're gonna use 808s, moderately in the track. Who's gonna get back to changing the things that people think you gotta do all the time and say, hey man, we're gonna do this now. We're gonna go in this direction now. We're gonna take it in this direction. Who gonna be the one that changed the culture? Who gonna be the one? Because if nobody is thinking about trying to be original and trying to change the culture and trying to come with something amazing, you might as well just say hip hop is just like rock and roll. It's gonna be forgotten. You ain't gonna never know that hip hop started off in the urban cities because it's ridiculous. And my man Blessed Beats said something that is really, really profound. Where he said, they in church twerking now, twerking in church. That's crazy, man. It's crazy. So blasphemous out here, man. It's disgusting, man. But yeah, we are definitely in those last days, man. So I want to give a big shout out to everybody that, like I said again, that came on the Zoom. The Zoom was amazing, man. We had a lot of people in there, man. Just amazing energy. Everybody was in there showing love, man. I salute everybody. You know how we do it. Ski, we all original, real singers and no sample. Exactly, man. Keep being original, man. Keep inspiring people with your music, bro. I'm telling you, that's how we change it. That's how we change the culture. Don't be scared to try some new stuff. Get back to singing. Get back to really laying some real vocals, man, and show people that we not robots. Because everybody sound robotic. This is everything is robotic sounding. It's crazy, bro. It's like you in the twilight zone. It's like music don't even sound real no more. It's just like, man, it's just like it's almost like we just in a matrix and we just going through and we just hearing stuff and we just like, yeah. Yeah, it's almost like in the '70s when people was on mushrooms. It just feel like we all on mushrooms. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Listen to the auto. It's crazy, bro. You gotta stop, man. We gotta stop, man. Shout out to my brother Obscure Street, man, buying out all. Obscure Street went out and bought all the vinyls. All the vinyls left, man. Shout out to Obscure Street, man. No, I'm just being honest though, man. I mean, that's what it looks like that to me. It just look like everybody's on mushrooms and they just liking everything. You ask somebody you like that? Yeah, yeah. We on shrooms. Yeah, yeah, yeah. It's like it's sad, bro. It's like a big man. Come on, man. Carbon Vibe, what up with it, homie? Happy Father's Day. It was great to see everyone yesterday. And man, it was great to see you, man. Shout out to you for pulling up, man. Everybody that pulled up to the Zoom, man, was just amazing, bro. Amazing energy, man. Anybody that missed it, man, if you had things you had to do, I understood. But if you could have been there, man, you missed out on something great. People really showed that they're humans. People really showed that they're not just typing on here. They're not just a profile and an emoji. They're not just a troll. They're real individuals, and they pulled up yesterday big time, and they really showed out. You know, they really showed out. They really, really showed out. Everybody came and really, really gave a lot of great energy and love to the Zoom. And I salute everybody, man. Another big shout out to King, Georgia Muscle Music, J Ham, KOC, Mr. Hilby. Everybody came in there and was sharing a lot of knowledge, man. And that's a beautiful thing, man. You don't really get that type of knowledge in one space from all of these people that's credible in their own right. You got Jay Ham doing his thing that's giving you knowledge from what he's doing and how he's working on these machines and the stuff he's putting together. You got Mr. Hilby that's doing all his great things and he's giving his knowledge. You got KOC, this legendary producer, great, that's just really took the South to a whole nother, giving you his leather. You got myself. You got all of these people in this space and you're getting all of this information, man. That is priceless, y'all. And don't take this for granted, man, because I hope to keep it around for y'all and keep y'all encouraged, but y'all have to stay inspired and y'all have to show the support because the support is what allows us to build a bigger community. The bigger our support system is, the bigger we can go and talk to these big companies and get the type of equipment we want, build endorsement deals with them, try to get them to build us the right equipment. You got to understand a big community that supports allows us to get support outside of this community. Now, please understand that when we sell records, when y'all go buy records, when y'all go buy analog music shirts, when we make that statement, it makes other companies come to the table. This is how the independent game started, even here in Oakland, California, man. When we was selling and everybody came and supported, we wind up getting major deals. We was able to put other people on and put other people on. I would love to put a lot of you other producers on that's making great tracks. Like, look, this is my dude, or I could bring you over here, put you over here. But y'all got to support, man. Y'all can't just be taking and taking and taking information. Support. Go buy the drums. Go buy the cassette drives. Go buy the shirts. Go buy the mouse pad. Support. I got music on the page. Go support the music. It, believe it or not, that all builds this up. It builds a whole thing, whether y'all know it or not. It's all factual. It's all factual. Don't get it twisted. Don't get it twisted. Super chats, all of that. All of that is a support system. So I appreciate all the support, man. Real talk. Have a run, going to church. Have to give God time for blessing me. Hope all having a blessed day. Happy Father's Day to all the dads. Jay Johnson, man. Blessings, man. Have a great day at church, man. Hope you get a good message and receive something from the message, brother. Nothing but love, sir. Oakland gives Oakland gives us that independent game worldwide. You absolutely right, man. We show cats that, you know what I'm saying? You don't have to be with a major company to make impact. You know what I'm saying? All you have to do is let people know that, man, once we rally around and we start something, we build it, it's a domino effect, man. And a lot of stuff that I'm working on, I would like to share with y'all, man, but it's coming soon. It's definitely coming soon, what I'm working on. Like I said, man, Mr. Hilby, we working on something that's going to be special. I think y'all going to love it. I think y'all gonna love it, especially with how I'm about to do it and how I'm trying to do it and the way I got it in my mind. I think y'all gonna, yeah. Can't share everything, man. But what I'm telling y'all is keep supporting, man, because the more support, the more we got more ammo to do bigger things. And it's y'all choice, you know, it's y'all choice. I can't put a gun to people's head to tell them to do what's right. But I'm telling you how it works. It's the same thing in everything. Why you think all of these companies are able to have, you know what I'm saying, this system, they got this ecosystem the way they have it. You know what I'm saying? It's like people have bought into the brand so much that the brand sells itself now. But unfortunately, a lot of these companies now, they've gotten arrogant. So they don't, so they so big and people buy into them so much that they don't feel like they got to be great for us no more. They don't feel like they got to do right. They don't feel like they got to make the best stuff because they so big that now they could take advantage of us. And that's what happens with anybody, you know? When a person gets so big, either they're going to stay humble and still keep working for the people, or they're going to be like, man, I don't need, man, y'all, we can do whatever we want. We got y'all now. It's two ways it's going to work, you know? And a lot of these companies ain't got the best of our interests no more. They don't care. They don't care. They sell us anything. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm just being honest. They'll sell us anything. Real talk. They'll sell you a keyboard with no keys on it. Hey man, check that. Get this keyboard. It don't have no keys on it. Well, you can make it work with no keys. No, I can't. Well, make it work. Take it. It's got our name on it. It's like you. They'll sell you anything, and we'll just buy it. That's what programming does, man. Niggas is out here buying keyboards with no keys on it. That's ridiculous. That's ridiculous, bro. Ridiculous. Because we've allowed these companies to be our gods. But you don't want to support the ones that really care, like the Mr. Hilbys. The Mr. Hilbys is out here really, really like, hey, I'm here. Mr. Hilby is on here every day, y'all. He don't have to be on here. You think Mr. Hilby is begging to be on here? Mr. Hilby's on here because he see the movement. He see what's going on. He see that this makes sense to be a part of something. You dig what I'm saying? You want to be with companies that care. You want to be like somebody like Mr. Ronson. As big as Mr. Ronson is, he didn't have to do a special edition with me. He could have dealt with Easy Mo B. He could have dealt with Pete Rock. Premier. He didn't have to do it with me. But why not do it with me? A person that's showing passion, a person that's out here talking to the people, putting it on the line. I'm getting ostracized because I'm telling y'all the truth. And I'm telling y'all what this is. And I'm getting blasted for it. But I'm the only one that's putting it on the line because I love this culture so much. I'm the one taking the shots while everybody else is sitting in the cut. Yeah, tell them, Ski. And they go back and they hide. Hey, you gonna come talk with me? No, but you keep telling them, and I'm just gonna hide while you tell them. Oh, okay. I take the bullets while everybody hide. You think these companies don't see that I'm really, really with the shit, bro? I ain't playing, bro. I didn't put my career on the line to be playing, man. Real talk. I work too hard for this culture, man, to just sit back and watch it get destroyed because people want to program us to think something that's not true. So y'all keep on playing around, think I'm playing if you want, but I'm not. I love y'all, man. I appreciate everybody, man. Like I said again, go to easki.com. Got the drums, got the analog music shirts, the mouse pads. It's a lot of stuff on there to support. Support it. You know what I mean? I got y'all back. You know what I'm saying? And I'm going to keep on riding hard for y'all. Happy Father's Day to all the great fathers that's out there, man. That's being great fathers, man. Y'all blessed. This is y'all day, man. Don't feel insecure about nothing. There's probably some moms that's out there keeping kids away from people doing sucker shit like they do. God is gonna handle that. You know what I'm saying? Just stay being a great person. Don't give up. Keep being a great parent, man, a great father, man. I love all you fathers that's out there that's riding for your kids, man. Understand that's all they got, bro. So don't get discouraged. Even with these wicked women, you got to keep fighting. You got to keep fighting no matter what, bro. Keep fighting, brother. It's real talk. I appreciate the Zoom, people sharing their vulnerabilities, asking questions, and having a great time. That's what I'm talking about, Coheed. Everybody was on there showing vulnerability, showing stuff, letting it be known where they at. Rainmaker was letting it be known when he has a little block, where he gets at in his mind. Like, people are taking a chance to be real. When you be real, you're gonna grow. When you let your insecurities out and you just say, man, dude, this is where I'm at with it, you start growing. You start getting strength through that. Everybody's playing hard. I'm hard. Yeah, I make the best beats. You don't make the best beats, though, bro. You don't. You don't. Let's be real and say you struggle. Say I'm trying to get there. Say I'm trying to do this. Say I'm trying to do that. That's when you're gonna start making the best beats. All that, man, you just gotta hear my beats. I just got beats that's just killing them, and it's gonna get a Grammy. No, it's not. No, it's not gonna get a Grammy. It's gonna close to a Grammy, like a Glad bag. You know them Glad trash bags? You was close. Not a Grammy, a Glad trash bag. That trash bag, they throw it, you remember the Glad trash bags? Y'all remember those bags? I mean, the Glad trash bags? You remember that? Well, if you don't, that's what you gonna get. Y'all have a blessed day, man. Almighty EA, I love y'all. God bless. Let's get it.